My question
Now,
is this, we are very
understand that
confused.
we've got 4 items that we're gonna be discussing here. We still want to get into a wider issue here, okay?
I'm not following, I'm sorry.
We got 4 items
Right.
that this discussion, I don't want to expand beyond that.
Okay, you want me to wait then? I just am confused of the drawing there. Why are all those lines in that dark area so close together? That's my question.
Go right ahead. That's fine.
Okay. The, mostly as you, oh yeah, you want to,
In that, where that dark area is.
okay, the darkest area is showing the variance area that we're asking for in the bluff overlay impact area. There's a hatching over that representing that area. There's also some calculations in there, tells you exactly how many square footage that we're in for our grading and for the roadways that come in there. So the dark areas of that. The other lines that are real close together are the proposed contour lines.
So you're making it steeper?
Yes. There is gonna be some grading activity in there that, the roadway is, relatively on the roadway to the south for the fire truck access, that's 10%. I think that's at 5% going north south along the eastern property line.
At the very top, where that dark line is, right there. From there to the top of where you're grading, no, straight north from there, in the easement. What's that grade?
The grade there, in some areas it is 2 to 1, which is, a normal grade. We're gonna have, we'll do means to protect erosion and seeding. I've talked to the DNR representative too about special seed mix that we put in there, so.
The question, the issue, as I understand it, is access for the pallet checks to get to their property. If that's too steep, what's the remedy?
Oh, the remedy is we're leading him back over to, there'd be a grass way just as he has now, leading back over into the cut through that's going through the pines currently. Currently, he drives, diagonally across the field to get to that access. We're now just picking that back up, bringing him back to.
By doing that, are you admitting that it's too steep to build a road?
No.
But you're trying to save these trees?
No.
Yeah, we're
We're allowing them to go through here where there's a path already without
Yeah.
cutting trees, but if you want him to go through his easement, then more trees.
Well, it's more a property question for you, whether you're gonna let someone go across your property. My only concern from the city's standpoint is that it's supposed to be an easement that provides access to the property. So if you create conditions there by your grading plan where they can't put a road in there, I think you gotta.
No, in the future, if he decides he wants to put a road in
Yep.
there, it could be graded out and done so.
Okay.
There'll be considerable amount of trees that'll be lost and considerable more
Yep,
grading
yep.
that's be needed.
Right,
But
yep,
And-
those are other hurdles that need to be
yeah,
jumped.
yeah, right now.
If and when that ever
Yeah,
happens.
right now, we're getting them back up to his property, providing what he has. He has to maintain that easement, that access easement up to that.
But you're not building any retaining walls within that 66
No, no,
foot easement?
no, none
Okay.
whatsoever.
That was my biggest,
Yeah.
those are my 2 questions.
I thought,
Go ahead, Bert.
If I could, what is the grade of the proposed access for Mr. Pelichek from here to there?
As before the curve goes back up, I don't have those numbers exactly, and I want to say that's at, I have to get a scale out. No, actually, I can't.
like 794 here,
Do you have a distance, what it is? One and what? I believe those are 10% because of the fire lane going down, I think we're roughly about 15%, which is about double what. So, and then it goes back to matching up the grades going on.
that's 800 here.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's going across, please, before the curve, it's at 5%. But it's 1 and 20. Now we start getting up 10%, and then it gets up 1 and 5, so about 25% as it goes up that curve. So, and then you get back into the normal, which are about, let's see, the normal slope of the hill going up. We're at about that 1 and 5. So matching back into the existing grades there.
I thought the Pelicheck easement was straight north and south below Jim Johnson's place.
It is, there's one that runs east to west on the south property line, and one that runs north-south on the east property line.
There's two.
There's 2 easements. But what we're doing, instead of, the school district's not gonna come and cut him a new roadway up to his property. We're getting him back access to what he had before going through the trees. We didn't wanna go in there and start taking out more pine trees and that. So we're using the access easement that's been established. And at this point in time, we're getting him back over to his access that he had to his property before. And the school district's gonna allow him to still use that as they had before. Such time if he ever decides he's gonna develop his property, he wants to, or not develop his property, but if he wants to change the access easement, to go up straight, that'll have to be further discussion between the school district and Mr. Kowalczyk and the city, as far as for a variance for additional, grading and tree removal throughout that. Our variance is just for that grading area that you see, that's hatched out in the darker area.
And the height of the wall on the west side?
At the highest point, we're at 13 feet. As it goes to the west, it starts sloping back down.
Are you gonna have anything on top, like a rail?
There'll be a railing up there. Yeah, it'll be protected. Anything over 30, or anything over 30 inches, I we have to protect.
Fence.
Is there gonna be a retaining wall on the north side with the pine trees?
From the north side, the loading dock area, or you're talking on
The whole, along the trees, the tree line?
no. I only have 2 retaining walls. I have one where you see the circle area on the east side. That is our playground area. My wall height gets up to about 5.5, 6 feet in the center there. Then I'm sloping up, meeting the grade, going to the east, and as it comes down to the west, the grade's coming down, and I'm sloping down with the grade there. On the northwest by the loading dock, my highest point is like 13 feet by the loading dock area. Then as it goes to the west, I start sloping back down with the grades as they come down.
So then the water coming down that waterway, where is that going to go?
To the one that's off to the north of the corner of the school,
To the east?
the one that's coming down Mr. Palachek's access.
Right.
That's basically, it's gonna be a grass waterway. I mean, we're not paving it, we're not putting in gravel for that. We do have a gravel access for the fire access. So that's just gonna be a grass way. The grading plan, such as that it'll start to drain off. There's a catch basin down in kind of the playground area that will capture some of that water coming down the hill.
But we'll deal with that when the civil site plan is being reviewed.
Yeah.
Which is, our engineers are going through those calculations right now. That's not a variance
yeah.
issue of concern, right?
So the school's property line is here, between the dark and this,
No, the next
And
line
this
down,
roadway?
next line down, it looks like.
there, or here?
Property line, there you go.
So the easement, is this the curve of the
No,
road?
but, the dash line,
Is that,
right.
but this is your access, your fire access, isn't it?
if I can come around, I guess, or,
Yeah.
the 66-foot
Three
easement,
lines.
the 66-foot. Are you done? Can you go back up now a little bit? All right, the 66-foot easement goes from this line, the property line, to this dash line here to the south.
Okay.
That's the 66-foot. On the east side, it goes from the property line here to this line here, that's cut in the dash line. And you'll see that it goes straight up here and it goes straight to the north. So,